So, besides my son Bronson, who's the newest member of the Nello family, right? Yeah. I think I'm the second newest because Estelle and I met in 2010, and we planned a trip. Our first 2 months together, we planned a trip to Italy. And one of the things that we talked about was that we would plan this trip around my friend Mariano from Verona, who's supposed to be here today, but is really not here today. I pulled a very fast one. Anyway, Mariano owns a little winery in Verona, and makes great Valpolicella and Amarone. Anyway, we went to go see Mariano on our trip in September, and you were going to be in Calizzolo. So I've never been to the north. My family's descendant of a little town in the south above Puglia called Capobasso, and we planned this little trip together, and then we were going to sneak up on Marisa and George, who were planning on being in Verona at the same time. So we went to my little friend, this little restaurant that my friend owns in Verona, and we waited for them. And we were just coming back from church, which is down the street. And so when George and Marisa walked in, Estelle walked up and, "Hey, Dad, hi, Mom, how are you?" and big kisses, and then I stepped in, and they didn't know who I was or what I was going to be there. And I said, "Hi, I'm Donnie." And George's famous line in all conversations are, "Hey, who's this guy?" So this is the first time that I met George and Marisa, and we had dinner that night at my friend's little winery, and we had a wonderful dinner. But we're always on the go. We're gonna keep moving, and so that night we drove to this little winery, and we got lost. And we ended up at a dead end, and we recalibrated, and then Mariano came and he rescued us, and we had this beautiful dinner at Volcanda, which is his little restaurant in his little winery. And
expand this winery. It's not a little winery. Didn't he win top prize Amarone in the world?
He's one of the best winemakers in Italy, especially in his area, Amarone and Valpolicella. But the importance is that night I got to see George and Marisa in action. So we gathered all their bags up, and they were on the fly because they had to get to the train station, take them to Munich, and then Munich to wherever else they're going. And the thing that I remember the most is that, and I'll expand this a little bit further, but I want to tell you that we were in the train station, and George has got these two giant bags. They're this big. They're giant. Marisa's giving directions, and George is going, "Okay, let's go." And he's got these two heavy bags, and there they go. They take off down the aisle to the train station. But I think what I gathered that day is the first time I came to Hamilton, it was late one night, and Marisa and George cooked for us. And we got there late, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And there was this beautiful polenta, and I've never seen polenta prepared this way before. Northern Italian cook with butter, and Southern Italian cook with olive oil. So there's a dichotomy of taste and flavor, but I was overwhelmed by the shape in itself. But what I was more overwhelmed with was the teamwork that I witnessed in front of my eyes. Meaning the teamwork of preparation and love and care, on how his polenta was stirred by the grasp of George's hands. So strong and so powerful. It kept turning and turning.
Oh, they're at the other
Hey,
table.
Donnie, you want to try this? And I go, sure, I'll try it. And I was like, this is hard. I don't want to do this job. Like, there's no way. So, sorry. So I'll say that I think what resonates most for me about my experience is, to echo what you mentioned, is the love and the care of their teamwork and how powerful it is. Because coming from a single mother, being raised by a single mother, I think the importance of teamwork and role models is really important. And I think, no, I truly believe that George and Marisa are great role models on how they conduct their love and how they also conduct preparation, not only in food, but in their life. Meaning, Marisa cares a lot about food, but it's only...
Oh yeah, we know that.
It only serves as transportation for the word love and what that meaning is. And George, he embodies his characteristics. Is he works hard, he uses his hands, and he loves to use his hands. And that also is a characteristics of who he is and what he cares about, which is cares about how he takes care of things and how he takes care of Marisa.
Amen.
Whatever you go. Cheers.